Welcome to the Imagination Station. I'm glad that you're here today, and I can't wait for you to see the incredible things that we will discover about Jesus' power this week. We're going to have so much fun together. My name is Nancy, and I am here to help you get started, but I need to ask you something. I was worried that you might forget your imagination since this is the first day of VBS. So I was talking to my friend Ramsey right here, and I think you met Ramsey earlier. Well, Ramsey is a bighorn sheep, and he told me that he and his friends love living in the Rocky Mountains. The mountains are so beautiful, and the scenery is so spectacular. But Ramsey said that sometimes it's kind of hard to live in the mountains, especially in the winter when it snows. That's when Ramsey's sure-footed feet come in handy. Ramsey's feet help him to do hard things like walk on slippery, snowy mountains. Let's see what it's like for Ramsey in the snow. Even when it snows, Ramsey knows that Jesus' power helps us do hard things. Trust Jesus. That's better. I think your imaginations are up and running, and that's a good thing, because each day at the Imagination Station, we're going to be part of fun activities and experiments that will help us discover more about Jesus' power. And you'll get to take home a sciencey fun gizmo every day. But before we get started, I'll have a joke for you. I have two jokes for you. The first joke is about bighorn sheep. What do you call a bighorn sheep that's covered in chocolate? A chocolate bar. Your bonus joke, because this is about railroads, your bonus joke today is, did you hear about the boy who had to do a report about trains? He had to keep track of everything. Every day at the Imagination Station, we're going to have a starter question. And you will get to guess at the answer that we have. So I'll give you the question, and then you'll have a minute to think about it. You know, steam trains get their power from either wood or coal. So the starter question today has to do with bighorn sheep up in the mountains, and you know that the railroads will go up into the mountains to see those bighorn sheep. So here's the question. How long does it take a baby sheep to be able to walk and climb as well as its mother? Does it take 6 weeks, or does it take 1 day? I'm going to give you a minute to think about that. 6 weeks or 1 day? The answer is a baby bighorn sheep can walk and climb as well as its mother within 1 day of being born. Imagine that. That's something you can think about, because it took you almost a year to learn how to walk, and it takes that baby sheep 1 day. In a minute, I'm going to give you a sciencey fun gizmo called an off-rail roller. But what we need to do first is we need to create a rail. And I'm going to show you how to do that. You will need to have a piece of paper and a crayon or a marker. And all you'll do is draw, it's very easy, just draw a railroad track. I'm going to pause for just a minute and give you an opportunity to draw your track. Once you draw your track, push the pause button again, and I will come on and tell you what to do next. Can I go ahead and start? Your off-rail roller comes apart in half. So I want you to take it in half, use a paper clip, and undo half of the paper clip, but leave the other half curly. You're going to put your rubber band on the paper clip and feed it through one hole. Whoops. So that the long straw sticks out like this. Then you're going to take the other part of the rubber band and run it through the hole so that both pieces fit together. And the rubber band comes out the other side. So it's going to look like this, and your rubber band is going to come out the other side. Then you're going to stick the small straw through the other end of the hole so that your roller, when it's all finished, has the rubber band that runs all the way through, and the straws are on each side. I'm going to pause and give you a minute to get your roller put together, and then I'll show you how it works. If you have pressed the pause button and you're ready, the next thing you're going to do is roll up that rubber band. Make it good and tight. Didn't work. Sure. You have to roll it up really, really tight. And you can take a few minutes to take your off-rail roller and roll it down your railroad track. And it's fun to play with. So pause the button, take a couple of minutes to play with your off-rail roller, and then when you're ready, press the pause button and we'll continue. Today we're discovering that Jesus' power helps us to do hard things. Trust Jesus. You know that sometimes we all have to do hard things and we may not understand why. We may not be able to control what's happening, and our lives seem to be going in all different directions. And I know, since you have been home and out of school for a while, that you know how hard it is that your life can change very quickly. So what I would like to have you do is, when you are running your off-rail roller, you will see how it changes directions, and that's the way your life will work also. But that doesn't mean you need to be afraid. Just remember, Jesus' power helps us do hard things. Trust Jesus. When we have finished with today's session, make sure to share your off-rail roller with the rest of your family, because they're really fun to play with. I hope you enjoy using your off-rail roller, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.